the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
I'm Ernie, that's Shaq. This is 2K Sports. Thanks for hanging with us. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Dallas Mavericks at American Airlines Center. You take a look at the Mavericks. They went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. The season, Shaq, just really beginning, and they always say, hey, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. But in your playing career, how important was a good start to the season?
Well, Ernie, having played on some great teams, I really didn't worry too much because we expected to make the playoffs. I wanted to make sure not to wear myself out too early. I used to AKA pace myself. Average 25 during the first half, and then the second half, bring it up to 28, 15, couple blocks, and make a couple of free throws.
That's accurate.
And now, your Dallas Mavericks starting five. Starting at power forward.
It's the Mavericks in Dallas, Texas for a little interconference action here at the American Airlines Center. And it's another road game for the 76ers. The top storyline, Clark, Dirk Nowitzki injured. He will not be suited up today.
Kevin, he's only going to be out a short time. He got hurt in the last game. He's not available currently, but they expect him back soon.
Yeah, lucky for him. It looks like he was able to avoid any serious damage with that injury.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Tony Roden. Dub is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position.
To make the playoffs in the West, because it's so difficult out there, you've got to take advantage of your opportunities against the weaker East, and the Mavs did just that.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Plays it up and banks it in. Thompson's got the opening basket of the game for Philadelphia.
And he's on the board early.
The first to strike there. Nice hoop.
Here's Powell using his post move to get the 2 points. Most years, if you want in the Western Conference playoffs, you need 20 wins against the East. The Mavs met that mark last year.
Well, over the last decade, the team has been very good against teams from the East, save for a couple of hiccups here and there. Possibly because, being in the middle of the country, the road trips are not as difficult and as brutal for Dallas as the teams on the coast.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Pachulia kicks to Matthews. On the wing, Williams. Back to Matthews. Shot clock at 6. And Parsons gets it to go.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Roten with it. 9-point game his last outing. Noel sets a screen for Roten. Off the left rim and out.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Nobody near Williams. Another three for Dallas.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
Well, Kevin, he said that they didn't want to take what the defense gave them tonight, saying we need to play our game. I told my guys to go right at their defenders and make plays happen. If we sit back and don't be the more aggressive team, we'll just be digging a hole for ourselves. Sounds like they have confidence in their ability to score, guys.
Thanks for filling us in, Doris, and not too surprising that their offensive approach will be a major focus.
Yeah, that's what I would expect, Kevin. I mean, this is a team that really hangs its hat on its offensive execution.
But, guys, that can't be the sole focus. They can't forget to defend. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now, here's Roten. And Noel kicks to Thompson. The 76ers with another miss. And here are the Mavericks now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Back to Williams. The dish to Parsons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Parsons got 5 now.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss. But where they're knocking these shots down, boy, everything's pure.
Covington dishes to Okafor. Banked in off the glass.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Parsons sets a screen for Williams. Here's Powell. Knocked loose. Okafor with the steal. Thompson against Parsons. Thompson passes to Covington. Dishes it to Roten. And Noel kicks to Roten. A three-pointer off the mark. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Kings.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Well, Wes Matthews started off last season on fire. Over 50% from long range over the first quarter of the season. As time went on, he cooled off a bit, but as a whole, just an excellent year for Matthews. Probably the best of his career. Nice work. Get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. Make you earn it from the line.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Matthews, a reliable three-point shooter throughout his career. Able to hit spotting up or on the move. Prefers that left wing, but can really spray you from anywhere.
Williams with the ball, and Roten picks him up defensively.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Noel sets a screen for Roten. Back to Thompson from outside the arc. Again, the miss by Thompson. And Steve Wesley Matthews selective with when he'll look to attack off the dribble.
Yeah, he keeps his turnover. Slow, but he's a gym rat. He's working on his ability to drive inside and finish, but really wants to shoot threes. That's what his focus is.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Last season they had a very easy time with this club, and of course being East versus West, they only got to face them twice, but I'm sure they wish they had them on the schedule more often.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Grant, he's checked in for Robert Covington. McRae has come in for Thompson. And it's Cannon in for Tony Rote. Dallas leading by 4. Steve was talking before we got into that little segment there about playing them more, and it was 2 games last year, 2 wins. It's probably a safe assumption they've got a lot of confidence heading into this first meeting, Clark, this year.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, they appear to be at opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of talent, but nothing's ever a sure thing, Kevin. That's why we play the games.
I like that. Good. Now, here's Grant. Passes it to Canaan. Picked by Okafor. Fires the 3, and he gets it to go.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Dallas has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Williams sends a screen for Matthews. Here's Powell. These youthful Sixers really trying to play a full tilt open court style.
Yeah, they want to play up tempo under head coach Brett Brown, and he said he doesn't want a controlled pace. He wants reckless abandon under control.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. A different look for Dallas. Harris comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. He's perfect from the line this time. So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 3. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
And the Sixers' aggressive style, a stark contrast to the way they played not that long ago. They were one of the most conservative teams in the league, looking to avoid turnovers and often settling for two-point jump shots.
Here is Barea. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The 76ers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And there's the bucket from McRae. And the 76ers lead by 1.
And the Sixers last season led the league in pace of play, shooting about 25% more three-pointers than everybody else. Even their big men took shots from long range beyond the arc. Really a fun style to watch. And I think it's exactly the way they need to go as they rebuild.
Dallas making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Here's Kanan, guarded by Barea. The basket by Kanan. Here is Barea. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And there's the feed to Powell. Okafor grabs the miss. And the 76ers with possession. This run now up to 13-2. Here's Kanan, defended by Anderson. Pass to McRae. Beyond the arc. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Barea, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Noel down low. Covered by Parsons. And that one's good. Noel. And now a 5-point 76ers lead.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Now here's Parsons. An 11-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And don't forget about the incredible rebounding night for him, too. I mean, just devouring the glass all game long.
Picked by Okafor. Kanan kicks to Grant. Good on the three-point shot.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Barea dishes to Anderson. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Anderson's got his first points of the night. There's 48 seconds left in the first. Here's Kanan. He's got 7. Pass to McRae. He dishes it to Kanan. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Barea, the pass to Parsons. They set the pick. He kicks it to Barea. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Again, the Mavericks score.
Fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Here's Kanan. Picked by Okafor. That will count. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Yes, sir.
Wednesday, November 19th, the San Antonio Spurs take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Live from Quicken Loans Arena. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Philadelphia?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Jaron Williams out there with Felton. Then there's Pachulia. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And he gets the bucket. Pachulia's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Mavs.
Jaron Williams has really good size and strength at the point guard spot. And once he gets a step on a guy, it's hard to push him off his line.
Now here's Felton. Williams has a screen for Felton. Jumper off the screen, and another basket for Dallas.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Now let's go to Doris Berg. Doris.
Well, guys, Dirk Nowitzki has a game that certainly should age well. He said standing in the corner shooting a 3-ball will never be a problem. It's the preparation you have to do every summer. Once I get tired of that, it'll be over quick. You've got to put in a lot of work at this age to still perform at a high level. A pretty honest assessment, guys.
A great work ethic, Doris, and he holds himself to that standard all the time. Thanks. Here's Kanan. He's coming off a 19-point game against Toronto. Here's Grant. And there's the call on Pachulia. Matthews, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Grant kicks to Embiid. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Matthews. Double team on Williams. Dallas moving the ball around. Shot's good. Matthews has got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
Chandler Parsons signing a 3-year, $46 million contract offer with the Mavericks. This past offseason, Clark, everyone expecting him to get a nice raise, but he's making max-type money.
Sometimes it's a matter of timing, Kevin. The Mavs clearly value him highly, and at the same time, they weaken a division rival, so it's a win-win as far as they're concerned.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And Parsons, still pretty young and with time to improve, has the size to play some power forward in certain lineups and a good spot-up three-point shooter, especially from the corners.
Certainly is.
And the 76ers with some changes. Thompson comes in for Grant, and it's Tony Roten in for McRae. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. In third, the Mavericks.
I think free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everybody last season just had the hot hand.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
And Parsons accurate with his three-point shot, despite it being fairly flat in his trajectory. He's got an excellent shot fake, too, and he'll even flirt with an up and down or a traveling violation to sell you on that shot fake.
Now, here's Felton. And Matthews gets it to go.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Now here's Roten. He's covered by Felton. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Roten's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Parsons sets a screen for Williams, and the call will be against Darren Williams. That's his first foul. And here is Roten. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Williams in the corner. Parsons with it. The pass to Thompson. Floats one. Dallas has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Wesley Matthews on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Matthews into the lane, and the shot is good. Matthews has got 9 points.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Thompson right side. Three-pointer. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams dishes to Parsons, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Now here's Roten. He feeds it to Embiid. It's Thompson off the drive. Can't hit.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound. He got it done.
Felton. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
We get a look at Zaza Pachulia. Let's take a little closer look at some of his stats, how he performed last season. He was around 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he knows he has some areas to work on, but he can be a big-time player at some point in his career.
Yeah, I agree, Steve. I mean, it won't be instant with him, but with each minute that he gets to play, you can see the improvement.
Well, Raymond Felton has been, throughout his career, very solid starting point guard. But last season was arguably the worst of his career. The shooting percentage tumbled, and I thought at times he just really looked out of sorts offensively.
And the 76ers making a change here. Dubs checked in for Embiid. Nerlens Noel comes in for Boomer. Robert Covington's checked in for Thompson. And it's Jackson in for Cannon. That's good. And it's 6 points for Dub.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
The Mavericks leading. And Felton even struggling at the free throw line. He's hoping to bounce back.
Yeah, but I think now, you know, he's in his 30s, Kevin. He may be best suited to a reserve role as a guy who can do a little bit of everything off the bench for you as a backup point.
Here's Pachulia. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Nice job by Felton to lay into the defender there.
Now Jackson. Covington in the corner. Back to Jackson. Noel sets a screen for Jackson. Puts up a 3. And Pachulia pulls it down.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, and at least as I look at it.
And here's the fast break. Here's Jackson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
And the Mavericks call time here.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Parsons. Harris comes in for him and Felton. And Barea subs in for Williams. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Harris outside. Kicks it to Barea. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
J.J. Barea, quick scoring guard, great attacking off of pick and rolls. And for his size, I'll tell you what, he has an impressive ability to finish around the rim.
And for Barea, at just 6 feet, a scrappy defender, Clark. He plays in close, and he's a master of drawing charges.
Yeah, you know, the league actually cracked down on him a little bit. One of the players singled out for flopping. That's mitigated one of his best defensive weapons.
And both free throws good for Barea. Well, the playoffs weren't really a goal for the 76ers last year, Steve. They just wanted to get their young players some experience and build a foundation for their future.
And in that respect, they accomplished it. I mean, you have to be careful when rebuilding, however, and that a losing culture doesn't start to take over. So that's the challenge here the next couple of years.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jackson. And there's the whistle. Foul. Hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. First in steals, 15th in rebounding, and they were in the top half of the league in assists as well. Not elite level, not quite good, but okay.
And the thing that I like that you talked about, Clark, was the steals, because to me that's their identity as a ball club. Number 1 in the league in thefts. They tried to take the ball away from the offense and really convert at the other end, and when they got that game going, they were really tough.
And, you know, to add to what you said with the 76ers and losing, not a real danger just yet, but a few more years like last year, and it can become a problem, and you tend to have guys start accepting it, and you don't want to go down that road.
Well, what a tough season it was for the Sixers, obviously rebuilding, and got off to a pretty good start early with some nice wins, but ultimately their lack of talent showed, and they were getting blown out there most of the second half of the season.
Now here's Jackson. Picked by Okafor. Fires from deep. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Harris passes to Barea. Jackson with it. 6 points for him. Here's Roten. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, the Mavs took some heat when they opted not to try to defend their 2011 championship with the same players, opting for cap room instead. And You know, they've swung and missed on some big names, but they've put together a really deep club with some very smart signings.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And, you know, when it comes to Dirk Nowitzki, he has said, he's on the record of saying he wants to retire a Maverick. Ownership, anyway, has reciprocated that desire, but the greatest player in franchise history deserves to finish out strong in legitimate contention, and they've committed the resources to try to make that be a reality.
Julia, good. Here's Jackson. Noel sets a screen for Jackson. Feeds to Roten. The three-pointer, no good. And for Nowitzki, he's made financial sacrifices to enable the Mavericks, the cap space, Steve, to go out and construct this roster.
Yeah, only $26 million on the books before he was re-signed, so that left plenty of shopping money, and they spent it well.
Now Barea. Tony Roten missing on the 3. Left side Jackson. Left side Jackson. Roten kicks to Covington. Here's Noel. And he banks in the layup. Noel's got 6 points.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Well, Dallas coach Rick Carlisle has demonstrated his versatility throughout his coaching stops in Detroit, Indiana, and Dallas. Not really a system coach. He adapts to the talent that he has on each individual team and goes accordingly.
And the Mavericks call time here. And Carlisle presiding over a more half-court, station-to-station style of play in Detroit and Indiana. He's embraced a more up-tempo style, it seems, in Dallas.
Yeah, and he's got an offensively gifted team with the Mavs, and he's always been an innovator using his own defenses to hide weaker defenders and to keep opponents off balance. And again, another example of how the outstanding coaches don't stand pat. They're always learning, growing, and adjusting to give their teams the best chance to win.
Good thought. Anderson, he's checked in for Dallas. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Stauskas comes in for Roten. Barea, no good. The 76ers leading. Stauskas, the pass to Covington. And it's off from three-point range. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Anderson, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Now here's Jackson. He has 6. The dish now to Covington. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Jackson's got 8 points. 23 seconds left to play in the first half. Harris outside. This is to Anderson. Right wing. Barea kicks to Anderson. Here's Harris. Lets it go from 14.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. 76ers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance thus far?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, 1 or 2 untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Coach, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Looking at the game Cannon has been having, 12 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now his outside stroke has looked really good today.
The Mavericks trailing. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Robert Covington out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Dub. And it's Thompson in at the 2 guard. Williams kicks to Matthews. Just 5 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. Matthews has got the first points of the second half up on the board for Dallas.
You know, his performance has been so important to this team. He's as dependable as ever, guys.
Okafor with a screen on Williams. Roten kicks to Okafor. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks. On defense, Dallas. Thompson in the corner. Passes it to Covington. 6 to shoot. Roten kicks to Thompson. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Here's Covington. No good from outside. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory.
One thing you know when it comes to the Mavericks is they're not going to sit back and stand pat. They want to reload, not rebuild it.
And Williams, here we go. Now here's Roten. He's guarded closely. There's the feed to Okafor. And stolen by Parsons. And now Williams inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, guys, the Mavericks have made the most out of this run since they've had Dirk Nowitzki. A strong team for so long because they never tore it down.
And there were times they could have. I mean, you have to respect that mentality that, you know, they've maintained their unity, their continuity. And as long as you have Dirk, you know you can put pieces around him to be competitive. That's what the Mavs have always done.
Now here's Roten. He has 6. And Thompson kicks to Roten. Back to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Philadelphia moving the ball around. That's good from Roten on the assist by Thompson. 9 points for Roten. Clark and Steve, neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
It's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Parsons dishes to Matthews. And that is...
Good. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Now, here's Thompson. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
Hollis Thompson was part of the undrafted Georgetown contingent, getting their chance in Philadelphia last season, playing alongside Henry Sims. And Thompson shot the ball well, showed a lot of promise as a scoring swingman.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Thompson playing solid rotation minutes, shot the ball well, and if anything, could stand to shoot more.
He's got a pretty low scoring rate given his accuracy from all over the court. I think with his quick release, I think he should be looking to shoot it more.
Here's Powell. He's got 6. The kick out to Matthews. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's Roden. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Thompson. Thompson left side. Here's Roden. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Okafor. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Parsons got his 5th rebound in this one.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Well, Darren Williams has dealt with ankle issues that have held him back a notch from the level we saw in Utah. But when he's right, I think he's still one of the best point guards in the game.
And Williams so tough to handle because Clarkie can pass and shoot and drop.
Yeah, and he has that killer crossover too, Kevin. He can put a lot of pressure on you defensively.
That one is off.
The Sixers, quite honestly, since 2003 have been a team stuck on that treadmill of mediocrity, never winning more than 43 games. Last season the organization finally committed to a full overhaul and rebuild.
He hits the second from the line.
And the Sixers rebuild really started in earnest during the 2013 draft when they traded away their all-star point guard Drew Holiday to New Orleans for 2 separate first-round picks. A defining move, I think, to strategically weaken the team while acquiring assets.
That's good. Thompson's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
Defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide-open look there.
Parsons passes to Powell. He dishes it to Williams. Parsons outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And you look at last season for the Sixers. Yes, they were a losing team, but a losing team with a plan.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. Coach Brown said that they had 6 NBA players and a bunch of guys fighting for a spot. But as time passes and you see this young talent develop, I think they do have a chance to be pretty special.
And he makes the first.
Chandler Parsons, until recently, had been one of the league's great bargains on his second-round contract. He found a way to supplement his earnings, though. He did some modeling for a designer clothing company. Caught some locker room grief for it, but hey, it's good work if you can get it, and I'm sure those checks kept him from being too offended by the locker room banner.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6. Right side, Williams. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Williams has got 8.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Roden. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Timberwolves game. That should be a close game.
The 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Okafor. Puts up the baby hook. And an air ball on that one. Way off. And there's the foul. It'll go on Doug. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Pachulia.
Substitution for the Mavs.
Mavericks leading by 4. Outside Williams. Out to the wing. He kicks it to Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Felton. Another 3 for Dallas.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Noel sets a screen for Roten. Out to Thompson. To the wing right side. Shot to stop the run, and he can't bank that one in. Dallas has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Williams can't hit.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt, recovering from ACL surgery in early 2013. So this will be his true rookie season.
That's good from Noel. And Nerlens Noel projected as a #1 draft pick based on his defensive impact as a freshman Clark at Kentucky, but the knee injury dropped him to #6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate impact player in the draft. Concerns about that knee and his slight build caused him to slide, but if he gets healthy and adds some weight to that frame, I think he can be a real presence defensively.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Mavericks making a change here. Anderson's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Jason Thompson is checked in for Noel.
Jeremy Grant, a sophomore small forward out of Syracuse. He brings elite length and athleticism at the 3 spot, but is still a work in progress regarding his perimeter skills. He could be a bit of a project, but I like all of his physical tools. And that leads you to believe he might be special in time.
And the basket good.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
The 76ers trail by 5. Thompson, a screen on Felton. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Grant's father and uncle both played in the NBA. As someone who grew up around the game, he has a pretty good basketball IQ.
I think he's still a bit of a project, but you're right. He does have excellent DNA and a high-quality IQ, a guy who can rebound. He runs the floor. He can defend multiple positions. And typically, a young player coming into the league that doesn't necessarily have a position, if you can defend and work hard and are a pretty good athlete, you got a chance to make a mark in the NBA.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Raymond Felton. Here's Parsons. That's good. Parsons got 13. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Kanan. 13 points in the game. The screen from Thompson. A 3-ball. Another shot. Embiid, no good. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The Mavericks 4th.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. They weren't the best in the league, but they were pretty close.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Well, Joel Embiid, born in Cameroon, the son of a professional handball player. He only started playing basketball at the age of 16. He's been playing soccer and volleyball, but I tell you, his development in the game has been rapid.
And for Embiid, his countryman and NBA veteran Luke Richard Mbamute spotted him at a camp in Africa. That was the start of it all.
Came over to the U.S., didn't play a whole lot in high school, expected to redshirt at Kansas, but ended up starting from day one. And the thing I liked about him was he almost improved, not just game to game. You could see improvement within games.
That's a great point. You're right. Here's Kanan after the Mavericks pick up 3. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. To the left side wing. Here's Grant. tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Those are exactly the kind of hustle plays that can really spark a team. That's solid work down in the paint area.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Sixers coach Brett Brown, a reputation for being demanding, but also having a great rapport with players. You know, it's always a challenge with a young team that's struggling for wins, but I thought Brown really did a nice job last year.
There's a minute 47 left to play here in the third. Coach Brown hoping to build a culture of effort, even as the team weathered the early losses.
You know, he had the Sixers push the tempo and play at a frenetic pace, and again, looking to establish. Style of play and culture. Their best chance to win, I think, is by playing it.
Pushing their lead to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead. The 76ers shooting 43% from the field. The screen from Thompson. Cannon kicks to Grant. Over to the left wing. Parsons against Thompson. They need this, and it's good on the layup.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Mavericks leading by 9. There's a screen. Berea dishes to Harris. Inside, here's Powell, and it's blocked.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
Thompson not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
Yeah, that's the smart move there. That's how you want to end the quarter, but make sure you get a good solid possession here.
Grant down low. Harris is there. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Grant. Dallas has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. A nice shot by Berea. Berea's got 6 points.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Cannon. That one wide left.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Mavericks lead by 7. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
The NBA season pushes on. Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on Pau Gasol and the Chicago Bulls this Saturday, 7 p.m. Central. Don't miss it.
The 76ers trail by 7. Pachulia is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Harris. And it's Barea in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting is great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without it.
Here is Barea. And the shot is good. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Hits, count that one from Stauskas.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Barea, the pass to Harris. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Pachulia kicks to Matthews. Embiid with the steal. Matthews with the rebound. Matthews has got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, it's Harris. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 5th assist in this one. The 76ers trail by 6. Cannon dishes to Embiid. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Cannon, the pass to Embiid. The baseline J off the mark.
And I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a +10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total. Control of the backboards.
Here's Cannon. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Passes it to McRae. Here's Embiid, and there's the call on Pachulia. A different look for Dallas. Foul. He's checked in for Harris. And it's Williams in for J.J. Barea. Then for the 76ers, Boomer, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Tony Roten in for Cannon. Roten kicks to Stauskas. He feeds it to Roten. Mavericks with the rebound. Matthews has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Mavericks leading by 8. Outside Williams. Matthews sets a screen for Williams. Here's Powell, and it's Dallas with another.
Well played right there, and you can feel the momentum changing.
I think this league will continue to move upward unless something unforeseen happens.
And the 76ers call time here.
You know, it was really a tumultuous season for the Sixers last year. And one of the things they tried to get done was to get their young guys to understand what it takes to win at this level. And it's a hard learning curve when you've got to play teams from the Western Conference.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Well, the West can be relentless, Steve, and they didn't let up on Philly. Just 5 wins in 30 games against the Western Conference last year.
Well, so much of it had to do with their young roster and their defensive struggles. Well, I'll tell you what, when you can't defend inside against most West teams, you're going to get eaten alive in the paint.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Matthews, no one around him. No good on the triple. The 76ers trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Now here's Williams. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Roten. To the paint. And there's the bucket from McRae.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Dallas leading by 8. Williams attacking.
Take a look at what Williams has done. He's got 8 points and 4 assists.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
First one falls for him.
You know, an interesting study came out recently that argued that steals are really undervalued, not just because they create high-percentage scoring opportunities at the other end, but also there just aren't that many players who really excel in that area. Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
A free throw drops for Roten. Clark, you know this. It looked bleak at times, and they didn't finish where they wanted to, but the Mavs did sneak into the postseason last year with a very strong push.
And they took the Spurs to 7 games in that first round. A tough schedule for them at the end of the season, but they fought through it and got back to the playoffs. Very impressive. We got a ball game now, fellas. No doubt about it. I'm sensing a major momentum swing after the steal and run out.
Well, definitely little sequences like that can change the complexion of a game at this stage in a hurry. And wow, suddenly the pressure is on.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dubs checked in for Embiid. Noel comes in for Boomer. Robert Covington's checked in for McRae. And it's Cannon in for Stauskas. Matthews dishes to Powell. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And for the Mavs, when they did get to the postseason, they gave San Antonio everything they could handle, taking them the distance to 7 games.
And Okafor slams it in.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. That may put a little life back into this team.
Swiped away. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Covington. The second effort goes back up, and it's Okafor missing.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, you knew if the Mavs got to the playoffs, they'd be tough, even as an 8 seed. There was just so much playoff experience on that team that it took a very good Spurs team playing at a high level to get by the Mavericks in that first round.
Stolen. And here is Roten. Count that one. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Now here's Williams. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
They set the pick. Cannon, the pass to Roten. 6 on the shot clock. Parsons with the rebound.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
Now here's Roten after the miss from Darren Williams. Here's Okafor. Count the bucket. Okafor's got 4 points this quarter.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Dallas has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Williams kicks to Powell, and he goes in for the dunk.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the score by Dallas. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Roten.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
Covington can't tie it up as that one misses. Mavericks leading by 3. Williams dishes to Parsons.
Parsons giving them lots of trouble. 8 rebounds and a steal. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
Yeah, he's giving them a little bit of everything, guys.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. The 76ers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Now Roten. Noel sets a screen for Roten. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Great job getting to the bucket and getting to the free throw line. You know, when the game's close, you want your guys attacking just like that.
Dallas calls timeout. They're leading by 1. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Williams. Kicks it to Matthews. And stolen by Roten. And here we go. Fast break. Roten's got it. Takes the lead. Roten's got 10 points in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
You also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
Here's Kanan, following the basket by Tony Roten. Feeds it to Thompson. And the official signals a backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt. .105 left to play in the final quarter. Williams passes to Parsons. The dish to Matthews. Pachulia kicks to Matthews. The feed to Pachulia. Excellent D there from Okafor. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the 76ers call time here. They lead by 1. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Kanan. He's guarded by Williams. Kanan kicks to Okafor. Money! That is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Williams. Dishes it to Matthews. Pass to Powell. Off the run. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
It's the first that brings them within 2 here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Man, pressure-packed free throws, but he looks cool as can be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Nobody near Williams. A tremendous three to tie it up. And the 76ers call time here. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Noel sets a screen for Roten. Here's Canaan. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. So Dallas will get the first possession. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Roten and Thompson make up the perimeter. Nerlens Noel is out there with Dub, and it's Cannon in at the 1 spot. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Okafor. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Guys, I'll bet those adjustments come as a bit of a surprise as they've waited until the overtime to make them. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Roten with it. Noel sets a screen for Roten. Here's the lob to the hoop. And slam dunk by Noel.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Thompson outside to the wing on the left. Now here's Roten. Shot clock at 6. Now Okafor inside. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Williams attacking. Good. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Big time bucket inside. He had to get that one over the top, and he did.
And in the face of a defender who was towering over him, too.
Now here's Roten. Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. Parsons dishes to Williams. Pass to Matthews. Three-pointer. No good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Canaan. Roten gets to Okafor. shoots. Parsons with the rebound.
Well, he should have made that one. He had plenty of cushion between himself and the defender.
And Matthews throws it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Here's Kanan. It's overtime basketball, folks, if you're just tuning in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it, and he gets it to go.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Now here's Williams. Parsons, right side. Fires for 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's now 17 points for Chandler Parsons. The 76ers trail by 3. Okafor sets the pick for Roten. Yes! Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too. Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they got the clock stopped.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner. Tight as me in an airport lavatory.
Cannon. It falls! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Now the pass to Parsons for 3. Buries it from outside.
How about that for a response?
We will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Overtime basketball, a little under 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Kanan. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And so it's Dallas with it. Williams kicks to Parsons. He dishes it to Matthews. Here's Williams. Count it!
Really tough to stop Darren Williams.
The 76ers have gotten things going here in overtime on 6 of 10 shooting. Kanan, the pass to Roten. Thompson dishes to Okafor. Money!
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Nothing extravagant about it, but there didn't need to be.
Williams for 3. No good from 3-point territory. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And with another overtime period here, we've got more terrific basketball coming your way right now. And so it's Dallas with it. Shot clock at 5. Here's Powell. Dallas again missing. Philadelphia shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Kanan. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Williams. He kicks it to Powell. Now here's Parsons. Defense is right there. So against the whistle, contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Okay.
And that one falls for Parsons. Both free throws good from Parsons. Here's Kanan. Picked by Okafor. Here's Kanan. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Roten. He feeds it to Okafor. Clock at 6. And again, it's Philadelphia.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
Now Pachulia. Matthews, no one around him. Dallas again missing.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Here's Kanan. Okafor with a screen on Williams. Kanan kicks to Okafor. And stolen by Parsons. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Williams against Thompson. It's tipped and stolen by Roten. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Man, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
And here's Matthews in the arc. That traps, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Matthews has got 25 points in the game. Here's Kanan. Kicks to Thompson. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. The Mavericks pull it in.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
And here's Parsons. Here's Powell. He nails it. And we're tied up. And that bucket ignites the crowd.
Crucial bucket there. And you hear it in their reaction.
And you can feel the energy throughout this building right now. What a huge shot.
Now here's Roten. Second chance shot. And scoring with the play inside is Okafor. Okafor's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
Matthews into the lane. Cut!
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Here's Kanan. Feeds to Okafor. Thompson outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Kanan. He's guarded by Williams. Oh, hammer! And he'll go to the line.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
That's big. Once he got to the line with the opportunity to take the lead, he did not want to blow it.
The 76ers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Kanan, the pass to Roten. The dish to Okafor. Unloads, sinks it.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
Parsons for three. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Well, no better time to catch fire from three-point range than in OT. He's hitting those triples over and over again.
And that's an intentional foul. And he cannot let the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. Here's Matthews. Rejected. Blocked and recovered. What a nice play. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly. But I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Roten.